Hey friends, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are going to be covering King in Black, Spider-Woman, issue number 8. And this will be the last issue for this week, covering the King in Black storyline event. And honestly, it's actually pretty good. It's really not that bad for a tie-in story that's not directly tied in to everything going on with the King in Black event. Now, if you guys have not been keeping up with the King in Black event, be sure to check out the link in my description and at the top of this video. It'll bring you to a playlist that has the entire event chronologically lined up for you. And one last thing before we dive into this issue is the Comic Breakdown and More podcast. It's a brand new podcast with our first episode airing on Friday. And we are going to be covering a wide variety of topics, from the weekly pools that we cover here on the YouTube channel to movies, TV, anything that you could possibly think of, comic book related, geek related, nerd related, however you want to put it, we're going to be doing it. And once our first issue goes live, I will be sure to make a video letting you guys know so you can go check it out for yourselves, see if it's something you're interested in listening to for just a little bit. And with that being said, let's dive into this issue. So in the last issue, Spider-Woman, aka Jessica Drew, had been locked up by Captain Marvel and everyone else because she really just lost it. With this serum that she's been taking, it really makes her just break and snap. But she's slowly dying, and she's trying to find a cure. And locked up in here, she's not able to do that. But then she's saved by someone she wasn't expecting, and that's OCTAVIA. And after OCTAVIA gives her the serum, she lets her know, like, we're really the last people that want to see each other. But ironically, we need each other because they're both taking this serum. And so they're both trying to find this cure. And so it makes sense to her that they have to team up together to be able to find it. And at first, Jessica's like, a little hesitant about this. But then OCTAVIA suggests that they go find a Hydra agent hideout and start their search there for the cure. And this is where we go to an unknown Hydra facility in New York. And they're transporting the spiders that they need to help make a cure. And this is when our ladies jump down and start kicking Hydra butt. And as these two flawlessly work together, they take them all down and are able to get the spiders that they need. But this is just the first stop. And this is where they take off to the American Museum of Natural History, sometimes the hideout of Stegron. And he's sitting here talking on the computer about how he's possibly willing to give everything up, making people into dinosaurs, all that jazz. Like, he's talking about, like, retiring from villainy altogether. And this is when OCTAVIA and Spider-Woman come in and literally just beat the crap out of him, take whatever medicine he's working on or formula he's working on, leave him knocked out on the ground, and just walk away. Like, the poor guy was literally just talking about retiring from villainy, and then he gets attacked. And then there's one more stop for the night, and that's the Stark residence. Because Tony Stark has a crap ton of extensive research on Jessica, on her DNA and on her blood. And it would take them years to replicate this kind of research. And so instead, they're just going to take it from Tony Stark. And so Spider-Woman goes inside the facility, and the drone that meets her lets her know that Colonel Rhodes is here in the facility, and that he's been notified, not in a malicious way, but simply just like letting him know that Spider-Woman's here. And so he comes into the room, and they try having a conversation. Really, she's just trying to hurry and get this downloaded real quick, and she does. And she goes to leave, and this is when Captain Marvel gives him a call, and he finds out everything that happened. And he tries to stop her from leaving, and she's just not having it because no one's listening to her. She's trying to tell everybody, every step of the way, she's been trying to say, like, I need to do this to save my life. None of you are listening to me. None of you are trusting me. You're just trying to lock me up because you don't understand what is happening. And this is where we see Spider-Woman just beat the crap out of War Machine. And she walks out with the laboratory in flames, saying, tell Carol not to look for me. And her and OCTAVIA take off to an undisclosed volcano layer, but it doesn't belong to OCTAVIA, though OCTAVIA is met at the door by her daughter. But this place actually belongs to the one and only High Evolutionary. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. We have the High Evolutionary showing up in this fight. Now, how he's going to play his part, if any part at all, is going to be very interesting. But he does live in a lava layer, so the symbiotes can't really mess with him here. Or at least they're going to be too afraid to. So I'm really excited to see how this is all going to play out. I really hope that the high evolutionary Spider-Woman and all of them end up coming to help. I'm really hoping that we get like an endgame situation when all is said and done. I'm hoping all these tie-ins come together and we're seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy, we're seeing Spider-Man, we're seeing Spider-Woman, we're seeing all these people, you know, King the Conqueror come together and be able to fight Knull. And I'm really hoping that Dylan is going to come into his own after this. Dylan being Eddie Brock's child, because he does have a significant amount of power and it's going to be really interesting seeing him flourish. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and until the next issue,